So hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is a tutorial on how I make a bubu dress using this crisscross Asoeke neckline, okay, as you can see right here. Okay, so I'm gonna head to fold my fabric into two. Okay, so I'll be using 4 yards of Ankara fabric to make this bubu dress and 2 tiers of Asoeke, okay, because I have to put it at the sleeve area too. So now to determine the width of this neckline, you go ahead and measure the width of your Asoeke, and whatever you have, you just go ahead and minus half of an inch. Okay, so now the width of this Asoeke is 6 inches, so that means I'll be marking 5.5 inches as the width of my neckline, and for the depth I'll use 17 inches. Now this depends on you, yours can be short, yours can be longer, okay, but it's not too good when it's too long. Okay, so now to get the width of the down part, I'll just go ahead and fold my Asoeke into two like so, and whatever I have to, I'll just go ahead and minus half of an inch from it. Okay, now I went ahead to mark 2.5 inches on that end. Now remember, it's a width of 6 inches, so on fold it will give me 3 inches, then minus half inches, it will give me 2.5 inches. Okay, so that was how I got the 2.5 inches. So from there I'll just go ahead and connect all the lines using my ruler like so. Okay, now whatever I do to the front is the same thing to the back. Okay, so both the front and back necklines are all equal. Okay, so now when I'm done, I'll just go ahead and divide my shoulder measurements by 2, and whatever I have, I'll just go ahead and mark. Now the sleeve, you just go ahead and add your sleeve length, but for me I'll be using the whole length. Okay, and from there I'll just come down by my sleeve opening. So I use 12 inches for the sleeve opening. Okay, and I'll just go ahead and mark. Now from that end, I'll just go ahead and divide my hip circumference by 4, and I'll add 6 inches, okay, to it. Okay, now you can add from 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, okay, depending on how fuller you want your bubu dress to be. Okay, so from there I'll just go ahead and connect it like so, as you can see me doing. I'll just go ahead and connect it like so, as you can see me doing. And from there, whatever I have, I'll just take it down to meet the hem. Now for the length of this bubu dress, I use 64 inches. Okay, that's plus my folding allowance. Okay, so this is it. So when I'm done marking, I'll just go ahead and connect all the lines together like so. Okay, as you can see me doing here. So this is all for all the lines, so it's now time for me to cut it. Okay, I'll be cutting all this size that I mark my chalk on. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and cut them. Okay, so now I am done cutting it, and from there I'll just go ahead and measure. Okay, I'll just go ahead and come down by half of an inch on this end. Okay, now this will serve as a guide in order for me to notch it. That is when I want to notch the neckline after sewing it. Okay, I'll just go ahead, whatever I do to one side, I will go ahead and do it to the other side. Okay, I'll just go ahead and mark half of an inch down from the neckline like so. Okay, then from there I'll just go ahead and open it up like this. Okay, as you can see me doing right here, I'll just go ahead and open it up like so, as you can see right here. Okay, so now when I'm done, I'll just go ahead and measure it. Okay, I'll measure from one end, that's the length. I'll measure the length of the neckline from one end like so. Okay, that's starting from one end to meet the other end. So I am measuring the depth of the neckline like this. Okay, as you can see me doing. Okay, now I've gone ahead to measure it, and whatever I have, I'll go ahead and cut it on my Asoeke. Now whatever you have that is on your Asoeke, you add 3 inches. Okay, because it's better for it to be long than to be short. That is, you should have excesses after like taking your measurements. Okay, Yes, that is whatever you have for the depth of your neckline. You just go ahead and input it on your Asoeke, and you add 3 inches to the length, like so. Okay, as you can see me doing here. Okay, so now I'll just go ahead and mark it. So that means I am cutting 2, that is 2 of this Asoeke. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and cut 2 of this Asoeke that I have here. Okay, now remember, one is on one side, that's on the left side, and the other one is on the right side. Okay, that is why I am cutting 2 of this. Okay, so now I'll just take it over to my sewing machine and sew using half of an inch. Okay, now I'll sew using half of an inch from one end to meet the other end, like so. Okay, as you can see me showing you from one end to meet the other end. I'll just place it right side facing right side, and I'll sew. So guys, I am done sewing, and this is what we have. So when I'm done, I will just go ahead and notch it. Okay, which I have done that. Yes, I went ahead to notch the sides. Okay, like this. Okay, so now by the time you're done notching, this is how you will flip it, like so. Okay, so you can cover it full or you can cover it halfway. Okay, this is it. You can cover it full or you can cover it halfway. Then you just go ahead and flip your fabric, like so. Okay, that's after notching it. Okay, the notching will give it an ease for you to be able to join both the fabric and the Asoeke together. So now I'll just take it over to my machine and sew them like this. Okay, like so. So I am done sewing, and this is what we have. Okay, I went ahead to give it a good press on that lower part, like so. Okay, so now I'll determine how close I want the neckline to be. Okay, or how open I want it to be. So now you can do this on your body, but for me, the client is not here and she's like bustier than me, so I'll just go ahead and come up by 8 inches. Okay, like so, by 8 inches, because by the time I measure what I have from one end to another, that was how I knew what to come up from. Okay, to cover it up. So guys, I am done, and this is what we have. Okay, so you can see the opening, you can see the crisscross effect, like so. Okay, so it's now time for me to work on the sleeve. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and open it up, like so. Okay, as you can see me doing, and I'll just place my Asoeke on it and cut it. Okay, that means I'm cutting 2. Okay, one for one sleeve and the other one for the other sleeve. Okay, so I've gone ahead to sew it on it, and this is what we have. So the next thing I'll just go ahead to do is to shape. Okay, now before shaping, I'll just go ahead and mark how I want my slit to be. Okay, so for me, I'll just come up by 20 inches. That's plus my folding. I'll just come up by 20 inches because this is so long, so 20 inches is fine. Okay, and I'll just go ahead and sew until I reach the 20 inches, and when I'm done, I'll just go ahead and fold the lower part, and that's all. So thank you for watching. Bye.